York City officials are wondering where to put all those people coming for this Saturday's big Dutch Army, perhaps upwards of 500,000 people or more.
Phone.
Do you think? Do you think I came to New York to be your secretary?
Certainly not. Came as my plaything.
Yes. No, I'm still waiting. David Postgate. Pensioners. Oh, thanks. Right. The real thing now. We need 3 more full pages. Right. Oh, come on, damn you. David? It's Sarah. No, in London. So what time is it over there?
Well, God knows. It's awesomely early. Oh. Sarah, it's 3 o'clock. Do you mind my asking, what on earth possessed you to ring at this hour of the night?
I'm sorry to interrupt whatever it was you were doing in bed, David. Oh, you were sleeping? No, it isn't a social call. In your absence, the Prime Minister has agreed... Hold on. Just... The Prime Minister has agreed our election package. Yes, we heard last night. And we've agreed an election date. Henderson's giving us 10 days, clear run, then dissolve.
Bedtime reading. Keep your mind off Alessandra.
Yes.
A couple of bottles of Scunthorpe before you go to bed. Take your mind off anything. What worries me is would I ever wake up.
Thank you. But that is not what I'm phoning about. There's something rather nasty going on here. Gordon has arranged a board meeting for today. Yes, today, 5 o'clock, our time.
Haven't you got a meeting?
Oh, hold on. 5 minutes. Tell Helen, will you, please? No, you haven't been notified because one copy of the agenda is on your desk, or was till Alessandra gave it to me, and the other
it's got her
copy has
tits.
been mailed to New York. Yeah, I can tell you what's on the agenda. There's a motion to throw out your bid for the agency over there. Yes, that's right. They throw that out. They are throwing you out. So if you want to keep your job, I suggest you find yourself a flight. Get back here today. Yeah, well, if you do get on a plane, phone me or Alessandra and... Yes, I will. All right, David. Bye-bye. You have no sense of privacy, do you? I suppose you heard all that right from the top.
I did. Soup to nuts, as they say in our American agency.
The loyal Gordon Lockhead.
What's Gordon done?
Nothing. Yet. This afternoon, he's asking the board to throw me out. Reception? Yeah, I want 2 flights to London. No. This morning.
No, I am simply saying that for an intelligent woman, you do some remarkably silly things. Sarah, you're backing the wrong man. Gordon is going to be running this place, not David.
Why do you get so bitter about David? He hasn't made me a board director either.
Well, for you, it's still open. You're the apple of the man's eye. If you were going to put me on the board, he would have done by now.
Aren't you coming to this meeting?
My love, I have been in this building since 7 o'clock, working for our political masters without food or drink. I'm going to the cafe for breakfast.
But I... And there's Sarah... Hi. Conference room. Meeting?
Morning, Frank. How are you?
Redbridge marmalade. Glad it's not our account. Make it in Saudi or somewhere. Tastes like camel dung. Board meeting's confirmed. 5 for 5:30. Agenda's gone out, including one to David.
Well, coffee tastes foreign, too.
Perhaps we ought to get Alessandra to call New York. Talk to David. Read him that agenda sometime this afternoon. What do you think?
Really don't think it's necessary. Oh, thank you.
Look at the bill. It's a demonstration. Made every effort to keep our managing director informed.
It's not necessary, Gordon, because Alessandra has already given Sarah a copy of this. Sarah, not being mentally retarded, can see exactly what we're doing. And for reasons of her own, she doesn't want you running the agency.
She's got the agenda. Well, what can she do about it? Apart from Simon Forbes, all the directors have confirmed.
No, it's not what can Sarah do, it's what she's already done. About 20 minutes ago, she phoned David in New York. Told him you had a board meeting this afternoon, which was set up to sack him.
Oh, it must be the middle of the night over there.
Yeah, but New York's not London. It doesn't close down at night. And at this moment, I imagine David is desperately trying for his seat on whatever's going to get him across the Atlantic before 5 o'clock. Damn the woman! Gordon. Well, sweetheart, what's the damage?
Yes, can I put you on hold?
Jane, find Carol.
Yes, Gordon.
Library thing for the education isn't what it used to be, bit of the party political. It'll, tie in quite well with this, yes?
Do you really think so?
Oh, well.
That's the archive. Helen, thank you for that.
It's okay.
How's Daniel liking school?
No, he doesn't want to go at all at the moment, but that's temporary, I hope. Look, last night, I finally heard from my husband. He wouldn't tell me where he was, but he did say he'd seen you.
Yeah. Paul's been round to the flat twice. He said he couldn't talk to you anymore.
Oh, so that's the problem.
Now, listen, Sarah,
Helen, you talk to whomever you want. You help them with their difficulties, but for Christ's sake, you knew I was banging into the bloody furniture. Paul walks out without a word. I don't know where the hell he is. I don't know if he's okay. I can't even tell if I've still got a husband. Don't know if Daniel's still got a father. And now I find you've been seeing him. You're my friend!
Paul specifically asked me not to tell you. God, he's not happy, Sarah. Now listen, I didn't like it either. Who do you think made him phone you? I do.
Bring you up to date on what's going on around here. In our NWFF.
Room service say, do you want croissants with your hash brown? 18 kinds.
Croissant? Truly, Adman's paradise. Yeah. Look, believe me, I'll take absolutely any flight to London, Air Albania if there is one. Your computer's down. Well, in this technological dystopia, could you try using the telephone? They can only find a single seat.
Looks like someone stays another day, doesn't it?
You came over here to see New York. Well, stay the rest of the week. Spend some time with your brother. You can take the company plastic. Yep. Right. I'll give you 15 minutes to call back and confirm.
Another week in New York, Sarah'd be climbing the walls.
I, my love, am Sarah's managing director. At least until this afternoon.
Oh! Ah! All this yoga and I get bloody cramp.
Here you go. Stephen Yates. He does a nice job of retouching. Get him to put a hammer and sickle on there.
Stan says it's not Russian, it's an American tank.
Well, who's going to know?
Well, if Stan can tell.
Look, Russian tank, American tank. How they bloody niggle. We'll get some more pics.
Me get more pics? Look, I've got half this government campaign to do. Your Kim hasn't come in. Andy's gone. Nick's in Barbados.
Beach Boy is back. got this playing football down there in Jamaica. Hi. They can't afford a ball. They play with this sort of big round rock thing.
Oh, shit.
No kidding. It's about this size.
Nick! William, you're back! Oh, I'm so glad to see you. You look fabulous.
Look, I'll ask Paul if he'll come and see you. You'll ask my husband if he'll come and see me. Now, that is friendship.
Right, Warren. They've taken the luggage. You should go. I'll be okay.
You still don't believe me. I'll do it when I get back. As soon as I've sorted out this agency business, I'll make the house over to my wife.
David, I'm not interested in houses. I think you ought to go and get your taxi.
My cab. Listen, I've been thinking we could live out of London. Even in Oxford.
What would I do in Oxford?
Oh, you'd love it. I was brought up outside Oxford. In Woodstock, I could work shorter days, spend more time with you.
David, you've just bought, what is it down there? The 4th biggest agency in New York. I couldn't believe it when I saw it. And you think you're going to work shorter days? Room 607? Your cab is getting impatient.
Believe me,
I do believe you when you say it, but actually, when you're not here and when I'm missing you, I just know it's not going to be like that. It's going to be like this. Whatever you feel about me, there's going to be some reason why you really have to catch the next plane.
Sally, if I don't catch this particular plane, I could lose my agency, the board could terminate my contract, I could literally be on the street this evening.
Well, go then. Bloody well go, but don't pretend it won't be like this the next time we're together. There'll be some panic in that place down there. Pater Paparazzi.
Paolozzi.
Whatever it is, and you'll have to catch the next flight to New York. Now, will you catch your damn plane? I'm sorry I go on like this. Sounds like we're married already, doesn't it? I just do hate the way you always have the world's best reason for leaving. But if you're going, will you please, please go? Hey.
Magazine ad.
Right.
Get across idea of caring for the health service, right? So, we have the nurse, good associations, warm herring.
Everybody loves a nurse.
Yes, so big pics, Judy Axel.
What, one of these? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's saying, in effect, I look after the sick, and the government looks after me, looks after the health service.
Cue 1,000 violins.
So, for the headline. If you want to know about the health service...
That's a bit long, isn't it?
Ask a nurse.
Even longer.
Next back.
No concentration. Oh, got the old man working, I see. I was just this moment coming in to report back.
Well, thanks, Miss. Oh, such a wonderful colour, like those sweet biscuits you get in Vienna.
Edible, if you like sweets.
The same colour all over.
Oh, I get very nervous when people do that. Sally's still in Rome.
Didn't she tell you? Sally's in New York with David.
Well, what a bad girl. So I might have to find a new flatmate.
Warren! Ivor! Ivor!
Ivor, you should be across the road. Surely you know where the bloody studio is by now.
I wanted your advice. This is not business, it's personal, Warren. I haven't been sleeping.
All right, Ivor, I've heard it. Where does a 6-foot gorilla sleep? Answer anywhere he damn pleases. Now, for God's sake, take that mask off.
This is serious, Warren. Susan says, well, she says, her words, she says I'm not sufficiently masculine.
Well, I guess you weren't wearing your gorilla costume at the time.
Oh, come on, Warren. You were my best man. And she's gone off with a picture framing kit.
Look, Ivor, why don't you go down to the studio as unobtrusively as possible, and we'll do this suntan shot, and then we'll retire to the bar, and we'll discuss your business over a few beers. How would that be? Come on.
For this election, we're not having a single creative platform. Helen, my friend Helen, ran a computer analysis of the party's opinion poll. She's done a report this thick, but in brief, in the yellow areas, we're taking a compassionate approach. Keep the health service intact, index-linked pensions, measures to bring down youth unemployment.
What's the grey?
Hardline territory, different set of ads. Mike is writing them. No closed shop, educational choice.
The private schools?
Yes, and hospitals. A good, strong defence line. Look, it is all in there. Have you noticed that tan brings out the colour of your eyes? You must promise not to wash for a week.
You see a gorilla? Mike, it's all the beer you drink. Listen, the Polish joke. I never told you the punchline. Now, the guy in the Chevy coming the other way,
yes.
you see, and he says, why the hell are you pushing this great big house along the highway?
Warren, I've
no, really, and the Poles say, man, he's cold, you know. If we don't push the house along the road...
How else are we going to jumpstart the boiler?
Oh, God, you ruined it.
Write a Future for Blacks brief. The one from the minister?
Ethnic minorities. It should be on your desk.
Ethnic minorities.
That's where you start. Defence. We need 3 in that series and 30 seconds of TV party election broadcast.
He's right. I should have stayed in Barbados.
Warren, about the gorilla.
Put it to him gently. He's a reasonable man. Okay. Goodbye. Morning.
Has David phoned Alessandra?
Wouldn't say. Lovely lips sealed.
If David does get back, the man has so much meretricious charm, he could swing the board round.
It is actually an enormous risk confronting David directly.
4.
What's the alternative? Exactly what I've been suggesting. Set up your own agency. We have everything we need. You as chairman, I do account direction, Helen planning, independent media buying, and Sarah takes the creative side.
That woman. Can you seriously imagine me going into partnership with Sarah Copeland?
No choice. You won't get a better creative director. And there are at least 3 accounts, which we will badly need, that she could take out of this place.
Oh, Sarah. Later, I have to go across to the photo studio, then meeting us, Warren.
Nick, you got a moment?
Yeah.
Where are the unemployment ads?
Unemployment's on hold. We got a tropic tan shoot today. God, I could have sworn I had a glass of water here just now.
Yes. Oh. I told you, don't put it on the desk. Gordon's keeping counts. You getting the gorilla back?
Yeah, we're working for an, in quotes, hot creative shop. Today it's body shots, wild thing. This is your yuppies in Kenya, seriously expensive sunscreen stuff. Well, okay, I could do a boring, sexy shot, you know, 2 birds on a beach, or we can have a bit of fun. Well, the wild things are. Tropic tan girls meet teenage Godzilla. So the gorilla comes out of the jungle, picks up a chick, ancestral memories of Fay Ray.
Warren, may I? Minister wants it sent over. Apparently PM has to approve.
Well, Sarah's dead against the gorilla.
It's too late, he's here.
Warren, why no party logo?
Well, there's no party logo because it's right at the end of the campaign. And if come polling day the punters don't know which party stands for law and order, well, then we've blown it, haven't we? Right?
Where is he, the gorilla?
He's in the studio. He's lost his wife and his picture frame.
Now, what's the evidence we don't need a party logo?
Well, I mean, evidence. Why don't you go and ask Helen or ask Sarah? I mean, haven't you noticed I don't get brought in so much these days on these delicate conceptual decisions?
It doesn't look good. Every poll we've had, it's just not good enough. What do you mean Paul hasn't disappeared? Sarah certainly doesn't know where he is. I gather she spent half of last week phoning round trying to find out where he'd gone.
When you were away, it was all systems down. Not only at home, it's here as well. Copy late, missing meetings. I've never seen Sarah so untogether.
Well, she seems all right now. And Nick's back. Hello?
It's for you. Rachel, someone in reception.
Ah, Rachel Hall. Rachel Hall.
Linda's lover before Alice. Now, look, Warren tells me you have some research on identification of political parties. Do we, for example, need logos on posters?
Well, there's 5 volumes of it, but I'll let you see the summary.
I love it when you talk dirty.
Leaving aside Linda's sex life, do you ever wonder about your own?
Yeah, almost constantly.
I heard you were chasing Alessandra again.
Phyllis.
Seriously, Stephen, do you think it's wise bonking David's secretary when you and Gordon are trying to get him out of the agency?
Wisdom, my love, has nothing to do with it. Sex is the only liberation we have left. Take that away, they might as well open up the skull, rewire the circuits, put in the microprocessors, and program us for meetings, talking of which. Aren't we doing the conference room? Can I borrow this?
If you bring it back.
Late. Location for Tropic 10 shoot.
Looks like Tahiti.
It is Tahiti.
Not possible. The associations. You know it's the French nuclear weapons factory.
In any case, Warren is trying a set sometime today. Sort of Douanier Rousseau comes to still Studio A.
What's happening here, then? Well, you thought to stand on the beach and hold the model. And, Ivor, whatever Susan said about your psyche, in this shot, you've got to be mega masculine. Okay? Yeah. Do I pick up the topless one? Gorilla holding topless model in Britain at a time like this? You must be joking. Now, Ivor, just get up there and get on with it, will you? Come on. Good lad.
Now, progress on the political campaign. Cal? Several items slipping. National Health Service still to be reshot. Press ads for defense and education not finished. Could someone tell me why?
Don't look at me. I've just got back off holiday.
So I heard.
Guess we haven't even seen the first hospital shoot yet.
We redo it tomorrow.
It'd still be useful to see it.
In any case, Gordon, we have a problem. We've underestimated how strongly people feel about the health service. What we've done so far simply doesn't address itself to that.
You're not suggesting that we change a creative platform a month before polling day, are you now?
If it's not right, yes, I would suggest that. Look, let me give you one example of many. Now, this is one of the women on our last voters panel. Young mother.
A little girl in hospital with the nurses so tired from working all night they can't keep awake. Then there's my mum's friend. She's been told she's got to wait 1.5 years to have her hip done. Then there's our local hospital closed down and the others with their kitchens closed because they're so full of cockroaches. And this is in a hospital. You ask the doctors. They know the health service oughtn't to be like that.
No, but the point is, they're only getting the negatives. We have to give them the good news about the health service. Higher government spending, new hospitals open, kidney machines supplied, heart transplant facilities, and so on.
If I were one of the opposition agencies, I'd do a matching series. Number of hospitals phased out, number of wards closed, number of private beds opened, and so on. It's all in there.
They might have more to work with.
Right, 3-shot, gorilla, sunbathing.
Can you move, what's the name? Just move in a bit.
Yeah. Ivor, darling, could you try sunbathing, please?
I'm unbearably hot already. It's hard work holding her.
Yeah, well, if you just lie down here, Ivor. Well, if you could just sort of kneel up there. That's right, just lie down. Lie down. That's it, you're okay. One arm round there, and this one there, you see?
This Squire.
No, it's not your body we want. It's your mind. Politics is next door. Could you get your head up a bit, Ivor?
Do with a deodorant, that animal. Gorillas don't lie like that.
Look, Robin, I'm the art director. You just shoot it, right?
David should be on a New York-London flight, says. Is it possible for you to meet him at Heathrow about 4:15?
How do porcupines, mate?
With difficulty.
Sarah, Stephen tells me you phoned David in New York this morning.
I did. It seemed the right thing to do.
Why exactly?
I thought it was unwise to have a board meeting which might decide the shape of the agency without the managing director being present.
He happens to be in New York.
And happens not to have the agenda.
Sarah, Let me put it to you. Our managing director is in New York, and with minimal consultation has bid for an agency much larger than this one. Well, this one is scarcely a model of management. Now, what makes you think, or David think, that we could run a larger one?
On the other side of the Atlantic.
4 o'clock. Yeah.
So what's the hurry? Oh, come on, Dee, you were in the meeting. I came out of it with even more work, and all of it wanted yesterday. Linda! How are you? Seen you for ages, and last time in Australia. Mwah! I see. Oh, hello, hello. This is the accounts department out on a spree, is it? Or is this the new creative team that Sarah was talking about?
Across the road in the studio, sex and violence shots. Yeah. All good stuff for the government, eh?
It's not my view, it's David's. Agencies will only survive if they can handle global accounts. There's a massive concentration of wealth in the hands of the world's largest corporations. That's what the last 8 years have been about. Now the world market's run by a few big transnationals. IBM, Bechtel, Exxon, DEC, General Foods, General Dynamics, Mitsubishi, ICI, Lockheed, Sony, Frick, General Motors, Shell, Ford. The rest of the economy's out there, out in the cold, scratching for crumbs. Agencies will never survive on little accounts.
Come on.
Someone else on the same count. One following behind is the Minister of State for Army Affairs. The pretty one's Francis Salk.
Francis Salk. Did I know Francis Salk?
Oh, yes, you should indeed. Supposed to have brought us our present political rulers.
Salk's our Prime Minister's media advisor. I met him once. He's a mother.
I heard this morning that you were in London's creative top 10. Wonderful notion, a creative top 10. Poor old Blake and Botticelli, no doubt they never would have made it. I imagine even in this select circle, you must be paid more than all the rest of us put together.
Good heavens. Do those people work for you?
For you, Minister.
Those are the feckless unemployed on whom we squander our hard-earned taxes. National Press Campaign Week of the 9th.
Ah, the scroungers. Costa del Do. Oh, excellent. My God, if they don't get us the lower middle class floating vote, I really can't imagine what will.
Anyway, this is the NHS sequence. Dreadful shoot. No time, very rushed.
Look, what is it? I ought to be in the studio. I've got gorillas on the one hand and Hell's Angels on the other.
Oh, normal day. Listen, you cast Bassett's sign in the bed at the back.
I used Bass about a year ago, boneless turkey ad.
Yeah, that's a fair description. What's wrong with Bassett?
What's wrong with him? I wasn't sure he'd survived the last health service shoot, so shall I use him for the reshoot?
I'd say no. Well, I mean, you better ask Sarah, but I mean, we don't want Bassett dying on the set, do we? I mean, method acting is one thing, but that would be ridiculous.
My roses. Makes them come up wonderful in the summer.
So you're saying, Nurse...
Linda, do you really think that something like this is going to convince us that all's well with the NHS?
Well, I was in Sydney when they thought it all up, but the nurse is actually pretty persuasive.
Helen, you might tell my husband, if you happen to see him again, Daniel's being very difficult at home. See what Paul makes of it.
Sarah.
You know, it's like one of those crazy families, isn't it, where the parents communicate through one of the children.
Thank you very much. Have you got 5 minutes somewhere for a
Hold on.
Called Heathrow. David's plane's on time. Might even be a few minutes early.
I have to stop in at the studio on the way, okay?
Okay.
Heathrow.
I'm trying to get David back for the board meeting at 5. If I don't, he'll be running this place by tomorrow.
Okay, bye-bye.
Simon Forbes, to repeat, is the senior director of this agency. Someone must know how to get in touch with him. Now, use what intelligence you have. Ask Alessandra. Now, wait. Don't say why you want Simon. Tracking down the damn directors before 5 o'clock.
Well, you may have even less time. I gather Sarah is collecting David from the airport. She's getting ready to leave.
Can she be persuaded to delay him if she's promised a seat on the board?
You'd have Sarah on the board, a board director.
If I didn't have David.
The plane's coming in how many? About 12 minutes early. Great. What? Terminal 4, not 3. You're sure? God, have you ever tried of organizing an airline that actually did what it was meant to do? Carl, seen Sarah?
No.
Not now.
am. Listen, get out of my car.
Yes, sir. I have a message from Gordon. He's prepared to confirm you as creative director.
And board director?
Always assuming that David, for whatever reason, doesn't make this afternoon's board meeting.
And assuming Gordon could deliver on his promises. Now, are you getting out, or do you want to come to the airport?
Wouldn't buy it.
You said I'd make her a board director?
Quite frankly, Gordon, I don't think she believed you could. She's going to get David, so he'll be back at 5 o'clock.
David. Always David. Sometimes I could crucify that man. Not something I would have chosen to do, but I'm going to get them both out. Both Sarah and David. Out of this agency.
David. Yes, I know. It's been a long day.
Longer than you would believe. Frankly, I need some sleep.
If we don't get on the road right now, Gordon's going to see to it that you have all the time in the world to sleep.
I still don't begin to comprehend what the board are thinking about. I'm giving the agency the basis of a whole global network. They've got HFK in London, Palazzi in New York. They can pick up the biggest of the transnational accounts. Globalization, that's where the real money is in advertising. I simply do not understand why they're doing this to me.
They're doing it, David, because you got the government account when you knew there'd be an election. Then you go to New York and bid for Peter Palazzi, both without telling your board.
But do you know why I didn't tell them?
Why?
Because this is Britain, God help us. You tell someone what you're doing, and what's the reaction? They say no. Automatic negative. In this country, it's a simple knee-jerk reflex.
Fine. Tell the board in case they said no. Well, Gordon's told me, and they may well be saying no right now. To save all the arguments you've been trying on me, my guess is you're going to need them. Belongs to my absent husband.
I do hold one high card. I managed to phone Simon Forbes.
Stephen, I can't find Sarah. I've got a bit of a crisis. Please.
9.
Now, what will get them are the 3 points I gave you. Can't afford David's planned expansion. Can't manage his transatlantic group. And can't accept his deliberate deception of the board. Best of luck.
You convinced me. There's an international market out there waiting to buy British-made illusions. Our last chance to lead the world. I'll tell that to the directors, David. You might manage to save yourself.
Want to play Salome? Wait till they take my head out of the boardroom on a platter.
Tempting, but I have to.
Wish me luck.
More than a luck with that was.
Daddy's back.
He can play bomb jack a million zillion times better than you.
Excuse me, there was a gas leak. The gas is off.
There's no hot water.
And they've gone for the day. Well, I was going to say I can't cook the risotto.
Feels like home. Come on, let's finish the game. I better get a zillion more points than you.
Bet you do.
Yes, just hang on a minute.
Well, what about getting it fixed privately?
I've tried about 6 places.
And hold a minute, will you?
The earliest was 5 hours. That's around midnight.
Well, can you go out and get something? Or make toast, anything edible. Hello, Sarah Copeland. Alessandra, don't you ever go home? I can't believe he's asking that.
I'm jumping. No, I've got it.
I'll be with you in a minute.
Get the sun again.
No, absolutely no.
Cross.
Yes, I got it. I'll
Yes,
get
you
the
get it.
sun.
Yes, get the sun.
No, I got him back for the board meeting. What more does he want? Tell him best of luck.
Jump.
I got...
Rose, second thoughts. Can you get some takeaway, Chinese or something?
I hate Chinese. I hate Chinese.
Paul, he should be getting ready for bed.
No hot water. Can't have a bath.
You know, I miss it, this. The domestic chaos.
Excuse me. Do you know what you want?
Oh, I'm tired of bomb jack. I'm going to get the other one.
Will you put your pajamas on? Just get a selection, anything.
Gin and tonic? Or have you changed your drink?
I haven't changed anything much. Except that I have to be a father as well as a mother.
You don't have to do that.
Daniel, is that you?
I'm putting my pajamas and I'm going to.
Thanks. What do you mean I don't have to? You can't really be a father when you're living wherever it is you're living.
Work still pursues you home.
Well, I can't afford to be too casual about work. This house has only one income.
I was thinking about that.
What?
A lot of it was to do with me.
You're going away, surely all of it. I have no idea.
No, I mean what built up to it, you know. The way I get depressed about teaching. No one believing in higher education anymore. Constant cuts. I was thinking, I must have been difficult to live with.
I can't find my computer disc. The one with the asteroid game on it.
Rose, put it in the blue room. Pajamas.
I'm going.
You don't have to go on teaching. Look, Giovanni said the other day
Please,
that...
I don't want to talk about Giovanni.
If you could just explain to me, I might understand. As it is, I'm lost. No, it's all right. Ignore it. You say all the pleasure's gone out of teaching, that you want to get back to something that you're really wonderful
It's not as simple
at.
as
But
that.
it is as simple as that. Giovanni said you could have all the facilities. You could design what you wanted. The workmanship in Milan is fantastic.
I used to work there.
Yes, all right. No. I had it all set up. I thought it was something any designer would give his eye teeth for. And then you come home and you say you don't want it. That you want to go on teaching, which you hate. I just don't begin to understand.
I'll go up and see Daniel.
You can see Daniel in a minute. Please, Paul, will you explain to me?
Giovanni wasn't doing it for me. He wasn't putting the whole Giovanni Vannucci organization at the disposal of an art teacher who hasn't done any real design in the last 4 years. He was doing it because I was your husband. So this is the next stage. You wouldn't just be buying me a house and a car, you'd be planning my work as well. I haven't reached that point of desperation yet, Sarah. I may, but I'm not there yet. Now, given the choice of the two options, I think I'd rather stay and deal with my petty art college politics than fighting the education cuts. Now, do you mind if I go and see my son?
Look, Giovanni liked your work.
Maybe he did, but what he really liked was you. I know what he was thinking. Pay off Paul, nice studio, guaranteed sales, let him play with his jewelry designs, and that might make up for whatever you do when you go to Italy. Wasn't that it?
That's such a hurtful thing to say. I go to Italy to get campaigns approved. And since we're on the subject, Paul, I've never taken an art student to Venice to stay in
Yeah,
the
wait a
Felice.
minute.
No, I've never actually been
Wait
to
a minute.
Felice. I'd love to go
Sarah,
there.
I
I've
don't
never
want to get
actually
into
been
this.
invited.
I came here to discuss Daniel.
Fine. Admirable.
Jesus.
Oh, you just come in calmly and suggest that your wife slept with one of her Italian clients, then persuaded him to set you up in an international design contract so she could keep going to bed with him in Rome. Oh, thank you very much. If that's your idea of a friendly domestic evening, Paul. And what do you mean you came here to discuss Daniel?
I want him to come and live with me. Not for good, but for a while. I miss him, Sarah.
You're not coming back? Where would he stay?
I've got a place to stay.
Mama, let me get this straight. You walk out of this house without a word. You leave me to look after Daniel.
Oh, come on. Have you ever looked after Daniel?
When have I ever looked after Daniel?
I'll be honest, you've had a nurse, a nanny, or an au pair since he was 3 days old.
Well, since we're on the subject, Paul, who's going to look after him when you're out, or have you got someone in mind for that?
I can look after myself.
Will you go upstairs and get ready for bed, will you?
Daniel. Can you just... Don't delude yourself. You'll be lucky if you see Daniel for an hour a week.
On the contrary. If I apply for custody of my son, I have a very good chance of getting it. Now, I know there's a presumption in favor of the mother, but not when the mother's mistreating the child. Furthermore, the child's choice is taken into account, and Daniel's choice is quite clear. He wants to be with his father.
What is it, Rose?
It's your managing director. I'm sorry. But he says it's very urgent.
No, you don't understand, Sarah. The meeting's still going on. I still don't know which way the board will vote. Could go either way. I know it's a terrible time to call. I do apologize, but Sarah, the board wants another opinion on whether we can carry our largest accounts with us. And the government. Well, who else can I ask? I mean, Gordon wants me out. Never know which way Stephen's going to jump. Let me put it this way. If you can't come in, I shall understand. But it is very finely balanced. I may well lose my job. Yeah, in fact, I'd say it's quite likely. And after what you did today, I doubt whether you could keep yours. Yeah, yes, of course, I'll call back when you've thought about it, but I don't have much time. Right.
Okay.
So if you can just go upstairs and be with him till I get back. He doesn't want me at the moment, so if you could just stay with him, please. Thank you.
There are several other things I want to say.
About us or about Daniel?
About Daniel.
I don't think we should continue talking about that. Not tonight. Yes, David, I'm on my way. You may not be here when I get back.
You bloody wait there. It's all right, Rose. I just want to leave a message for Sarah.